Old Man Hemlock's farm used to be the heart of the valley. Laughter echoed from the barn, and the fields were a patchwork quilt of green and gold. But that was a long time ago. Now, silence was his only companion. His wife, Martha, had passed on, his children had moved to the city, and the farm had fallen into a quiet state of disrepair. The fences sagged, the paint peeled, and weeds choked the once vibrant gardens. Hemlock felt just like his farm, weathered, forgotten, and slowly fading away. Every morning, he'd sit on his porch, staring at the empty road, a hollow ache in his chest. He had forgotten what hope felt like. He thought his story was over, just waiting for the final page to turn. One blistering Tuesday afternoon, as Hemlock was listlessly watching the dust dance in the sun, a sputtering sound broke the stillness. An old, beat-up van, looking as tired as he felt, rolled to a stop right in front of his gate. The engine gave a final cough and died. 6 women, all dressed in simple, practical clothes, piled out. They looked around, a mix of concern and determination on their faces. Their leader, a kind-faced woman named Sarah, approached the porch. She explained their van had broken down, and they were part of a volunteer group on their way to help rebuild a community hall in the next town. They just needed a place to wait for a mechanic. Hemlock, not used to visitors, simply grunted and nodded toward his shady oak tree. He didn't expect much. In his experience, people came and went, and nothing ever really changed. He went back to his quiet solitude. But these women were different. After an hour of waiting, they didn't just sit idly. One of them, a young woman named Clara, noticed the overgrown vegetable patch. Without a word, she picked up a rusty hoe and started methodically clearing the weeds. Soon, another woman joined her, then another. Sarah, their leader, saw the peeling paint on the porch railing. She found an old can of white paint and a brush in the shed and began giving it a fresh coat. Another 2 women started mending the broken fence, their chatter and laughter filling the air that had been silent for so long. Hemlock watched from his chair, completely stunned. They weren't asked to do anything. They owed him nothing. Yet here they were, breathing life back into his forgotten farm, piece by piece. As the sun began to set, the farm looked transformed. The garden was neat, the porch gleamed, and the fence stood tall and straight. The women, having fixed their van, gathered their things. Sarah walked up to Hemlock, a warm smile on her face. She handed him a basket filled with fresh bread and cheese from their own supplies. "Thank you for your hospitality," she said. Hemlock looked at her, then at his rejuvenated farm, and for the first time in years, he felt a warmth spread through his chest. A tear traced a path down his weathered cheek. He tried to speak, but the words were caught in his throat. All he could manage was a choked thank you. It was more than just gratitude for the work. It was for the kindness, for the reminder that he wasn't invisible. As the van disappeared down the road, Old Man Hemlock didn't feel lonely anymore. He looked at the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, and he saw not an ending, but a new beginning. The next morning, he was out in the fields at dawn, not with a heavy heart, but with a renewed sense of purpose. The visit from those 6 strangers was a simple act of kindness, a brief stop on their journey. But for Hemlock, it was everything. It was a powerful reminder that no one is truly alone, and that a small gesture of compassion can reignite the brightest spark of hope in the darkest of places. It taught him, and all of us, that sometimes the most profound changes come not from grand miracles, but from the simple, unexpected kindness of strangers. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more heartwarming tales.